Hey guys, it's your girl Tara Crush back with another review, and this time it is for the Real Housewives of Potomac. If you haven't already, please hit my subscribe button down at the bottom. Thank you so very much. And I want to get right into this review because I'm hoping it's not going to take me a whole long time because this was a decent episode, but I kind of want to get through it. Okay, so let's see. And go. I want to start with Karen. Karen made around. She want to Okay, so I want to start with Karen. Karen kind of made her rounds this episode. She went to Mia's house because she had some questions for Mia. And, you know, of course, she gets there. And he is definitely smitten on Karen. I don't know if it's because they close to the same age or what. But he was like, And she was like, do I need to take my shoes off? He was like, no, baby, keep them on because I like those. You make the house look better. What, Jane? What? What kind of marriage you in? What kind of marriage are you in, G? Like, seriously. I don't understand it. And I don't understand your infatuation with Karen. I mean, Karen is beautiful to be almost 60. But at the end of the day, Karen walks like she's got a stick up her rectum. Like, there's no bend in her knees. It's just... she's just kind of robotic. She's at that point where if she's got heels on, there's no switch. It's just a stick. Like, no, Karen, I need for you to take the heels off and find an equal balance because it's not working. From a womanly, feminine standpoint, I don't like that look because it makes you look like you're wearing a diaper. I'm just being honest, Grandam. I'm just being honest. So I don't know if you'll do anything about it, but that's just how I feel about the situation. So, but she did go to Mia's house and she asked a lot of probing questions about Mia and Jacqueline's relationship and whatnot because of, questions that were, that were posed in Miami. Mia making a mention of, if her best friend ain't pulling up in the Porsche, then she ain't no type of best friend. And so, along with, yes, G has had sex in front of me. I enjoy it. He has other women. We take other women down. Like, it was just a lot. And, of course, these meddling ladies, these meddling hens had to get clarifications. And so that's what Karen went to do, was to get clarification on what's what. And what Mia told her was that they, had never been together with G. She told her a few things, and of course she carried those bones right over to Giselle's house. Now, mind you, she was shady as I don't know what to Giselle, because Giselle finally got her house done. And, they asked Karen what she really thought about, her renovations. And she was like, well, I like the chandelier in the front. That was nice. And that whole house, Karen, really, all you liked was the chandelier? Then that was reasonably shady, wouldn't you say? So, Karen goes in and she's bearing gifts. She definitely gives, Giselle's daughters a couple of, a gift for their birthday, their sweet 16, because she didn't make the party. And she had to let everybody know that it was from Gucci. Like, girl, don't nobody care. I mean, the girls probably care, but I don't care. And because you know what? I'm going to say it. I'm just going to say it. I get so sick of black folks that make it to pinnacles, right? And then they keep up the status quo. Like, why y'all got to keep on throwing Gucci out there? Why y'all got to keep saying his name or saying Prada or all of these other labels that really don't care about our people when we've got luxury labels that y'all could be bigging up and making that a big deal? Like, ooh, notice that's a Telfar bag. Yes, girl, that's a Telfar bag. Why not? Yeah, she had to let everybody know it was Gucci and whatever. Like, thank you, Karen. But what I did appreciate was the reaction of the girls when they saw Karen, because they were genuinely happy to see her, which means that they really do have a genuine friendship. And I think that's dope, you know? But Karen came to let her know everything that Mia said about her relationship with Jacqueline, which definitely made Giselle like, huh. Mia's answering questions to Karen, not knowing Karen's about to go and run whatever she tells her over to Giselle. Why? I don't know. They're not really friends. Like, I don't understand why they keep doing friend-like stuff when they know they don't like each other. When I say that, I mean Karen and Giselle. They don't like each other, so why Karen is confiding in Giselle, I have no clue, but she did, right? And so, of course, Giselle's not going to, she can't hold water. She's going to say something as soon as she can. Okay, and so we did see Candace shoot the video with Trina. And I thought it was funny because the name of the song was Insecure. And here is Candace, all of, what, 86 pounds. And she's doing crunches before she goes out there. Girl, what are you crunching? There is nothing to crunch. You need to crunch on some chips. No, I'm just playing. That's the only crunching you need to do is on some food, girl. Do better, Candace, because I was thoroughly confused when I saw that. Get out. What are you doing? Get out. They shot the video. Trina was beautiful. I really appreciated her for coming through for Candace and kind of, you know, putting a stamp on Candace's project to put Candace in a realm of an actual artist, because that's what she is at this point. So I liked it. Moving right along, we went to the Reasonably Shady podcast, and they had a live performance, which was crap. The podcast was crap. You can tell it wasn't well thought out. They had a dancing portion that was crap. They called Ashley Darby up there crap. It was weird, and I ain't like it. I ain't like it. I'm gonna tell you, the Reasonably Shady part came after the podcast was over with, because of course Giselle goes down and she wants to have some questions. She has some questions for Jacqueline, and she's asking her questions like, have you ever been with G? Did they buy you that Porsche? And you know, when she's being really evasive, you're gonna have to ask Mia I don't spill that kind of tea. Girl, then you just told us our answer right there. But when Mia gets over there, you know, Giselle's asking Mia questions, but Jacqueline is answering them, like, so that Mia won't have to. She's like, well, did y'all have sex together? And she was like, no, because we're friends. I thought y'all was more like sisters because she grew up in your house. You know what? There's definitely more to that story that we know. There is definitely more, and it's going to come out because I saw the previews. I don't know when it's going to be, but it's going to be soon. It's going to be soon. And I think it might wind up being because Mia might try to son her. If she tries to son Jacqueline, Jacqueline might spill the beans, but who knows? Who knows? But it's going to go down, and I can't wait to see it. We did see from the previews that, I guess, Ashley's friend that claims that she saw Chris at the spring fling thing and Chris was being flirty with her. She definitely wants to have a conversation with Candace, and Candace was like, is this the girl? Candace was like, tell her I don't want to have any conversations with any Sesame Street characters. I said, girl, do you know that girl is not from no Sesame Street? She from the Muppets. That girl looked like a real Muppet. Girl, Chris ain't trying to holler at you. And if he did, I need to see the footage. I need to see the footage of him being flirty, because you seem like the type that would try to make somebody believe flirting with you that ain't really flirting at you. They could be looking right past you, be like, girl, he was staring at me. No, he was not staring at you. You need big eyes like me. You need bug eyes so you can see what really go on. So, no, honey, open your eyes. I don't know if you smoke a lot of marijuana or what, but he was not flirting with you. He was standing there in his phone. leaned up on the counter. And who the heck thinks that a married man is going to try to compromise his whole marriage for them when his wife is in the building? She was there. Candace was there. And for you to say that he was all like this, and then here she comes, really? So what we saw was all of it. He was at the other end of the bar. You were standing way down here. He did not say anything to you. He was not even looking at you. He was in his phone. So what are you talking about? Girl, you just wanted some TV time. And Ashley's going to help you get it. I hope we don't ever have to see your ugly face again, ever. Girl, ain't nobody looked. I'm sorry. I got a little emotional. Because no, that didn't happen. I'm going to go on and speak for Chris and say that didn't happen. Come on next week. Just come on next week. I'm tired of waiting. Come on, shoot. Let's get it on. Because it's going to be a good one. But again, if you haven't already, please hit my subscribe button down at the bottom. Thank you so very much. And hey, if you're not the type to like and subscribe, you know what? I get it. But you got to the end of this video, and that's more than I could ever ask. So thank you so very much. Thank you so very, very much, okay? And one day, maybe you might subscribe. You know, I ain't mad. I ain't tripping, okay? All right. Well, that is my $5.02. Peace.